अस्सलामुअलैकुम डियर स्टूडेंट्स। इन क्वेश्चंस के अलावा जो कि मैं वीडियोस बना के लगा रहा हूँ, अगर आपको कोई और भी किसी और एक्सरसाइज से कोई और चैप्टर से कोई क्वेश्चन आपने समझना है, पूछना है, तो आप मुझसे रब्ता कर सकते हैं और मैं कोशिश करूँगा कि प्रायोरिटी पे आपके जो बताए हुए क्वेश्चंस हैं वो उसकी वीडियो बना के मैं अपलोड करूँ। We find the model number of head for the following distribution showing the number of head when 6 coins are tossed. Also determined median, and this is the data in which x is represent number of head 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 because we have 5 coins, and the second is frequency 3, 8, 5, 3 and 1. Frequency number of times. So we make a table first, or we can write a seed frequency distribution. The x is and next is the frequency, and then CF frequency, commutative frequency, and then we find the mode and median. Here is x, the head of, or say the number of coins, which is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the frequency of these head is occur when toss the 5 coins 3, 8, 5, 3 and 5. The next is commutative frequency, which is 3, 8 plus 3 is equal to 11, 11 plus 5 is equal to 16, 16 plus 3 is equal to 19, and 19 plus 1 is equal to 20. So the frequency is 20. And we know that first we find the mode. Mode is the value where frequency is the highest. In this data, the highest frequency is 8, and frequency maximum frequency, which is 8, is against the number of head is 2. So it is 2. The answer is 2. And next, the median. In median, we know that when the sum of frequency is even, it is only divided by 2. And the sum of frequency is 20, it is even, so it is divided by 2, and the value is 10th. Means the 10th against the 10th frequency, the number of head is our answer. And we calculate here 3 plus 8 is 11, but we want the 10th. So the 10th is in this value, in this frequency, and we saw the 10th frequency head against the 10th frequency is 2. So the answer is, we have a following frequency distribution. The following frequency distribution, the weight of y in kilogram. Compute mean, median and mode. All the three values, mean, median, mode, are find against this frequency distribution. So we first write the frequency distribution, which is, it is question number 9, the frequency distribution. And first we write the class intervals, which are and next the frequency, and next we find the midpoint of the class interval, and next we find the fx, After that, we find the class boundaries, and at last we find commutative frequency. And now we plot the values of frequency distribution. It is class interval, which is 1, 3, 4, 6, 7 to 9, 10 to 12, 13 to 15, 16 to 18, 19 to 20. And the frequency is 2, 3, 5, 4, 6, 2, and 1. And then we find the midpoint. And we write it x. And the procedure to finding the midpoint is add these class intervals and divided by 2. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 by 2 is, we get 2. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 by 2 is 5. And in this way, we find all the values. It is 8, 11, 14, 17, and 20. And next we find fx. Multiply f with x. It is 2 2s are 4, 3 5s are 15, 5 8s are 40, 4 11s are 44, 6 14s are 84, 2 17s are 34, 1 multiplied by 20 is 20. Now we find the sum of frequency and sum of fx, which write it summation f, and it is summation fx. Add these all to our values, we get 2 plus 3 5 and 5 10, 10 and 4 14, 14 and 6 20, 20 and 2 22, and 1 23. It is 23. And the same way we add these values. 4 and 5 9, 9 and 4 13, 13 and 4 17, 17 and 4 21. It is 1 to carry 2, 3, 3 and 4 7, 7 and 4 11, 11 and 8 19, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It is 24. The values are 240. So summation f is mean frequency, sum of frequency is 23, and sum of frequency multiplied by x, which is fx, is 241. Next we find class boundaries. Class boundaries. And class boundaries we find are the difference between upper class interval and lower class interval, which is 4 minus 3 is 1, and when it is divided by 2, we find 0.5. So we subtract 0.5 with the in lower class boundaries and add with the upper class boundaries, and the values are 0.5 to 3.5, 3.5 to 6.5, 6.5 to 9.5, 9.5 to 12.5. Next, 12.5 to 15.5, and 15.5 to 18.5, and then 18.5 to 21.5. These are the class boundaries of this data. And at end, we find commutative frequency. And we know that the commutative frequency is first f, which is 2. Then 2 is added into 3. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. And next, 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. Then 10 plus 4 is equal to 14. Next, 14 plus 6 is equal to 20. And then 20 plus 2 is equal to 22. And 22 plus 1 is equal to 23. And which is same as summation f. Now we find mean. First mean. And we know the formula for finding the mean is summation fx over summation f, which is equal to summation fx is equal to 241 and summation f is 23. Now we divide 241 by 23 and get, and mean we represent it x bar. 241 divided by 23 we get 10.478 and it is in kg because the weight of the boys are in kg. The next median and formula for the median is L plus H over F into N over 2 minus. And here the L is 9.5 plus the H is 3. I think this is a class interval between class interval size over F is 4 into N, which is 23 over 2, and we get 11.5 and minus 10, it is 10. Simplify these values. 9.5 plus 3 over 4 into 11.5 minus 10, we get 1.5 and simplify it 5.9, I'm sorry, 9.5 plus 1.125 and the answer is 10.625 is the answer of the median. And third, which is mode, in which the formula is L plus Fm minus Fi over 2 Fm minus F1 minus F2. It is F1 multiplied by H. Now we put the values in the formula. We get 12.5 plus it is 6 minus 4 over 2 into 6 minus 4 and minus 2 multiply H is 3. And then we simplify these values. We get 12.5 plus 6 minus 4 is 2 over 6 2s are 12 minus 6 multiplied by 3. And further simplified 12.5 plus it is 2 over 6 multiplied by 3. 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6, 3 1s are 3, 3 1s are 3. So 12.5 plus 1, which is equal to 13.5. A student obtain the following marks at a certain examination: English 73, Urdu 82, Mathematics 80, History 67, and Science 62. The first part is if the weight recorded these marks are 4, 3, 3, 2, and 2 respectively, what is an appropriate average marks? And the second is what is the average marks if equal weight are used? Means the weights, we mark the ability of the subjects. These are given 4, 3, 3, 2, and 2. And in second parts, we take equal values of all these marks in the exam. And so we first make the frequency distribution, which is in given data. And the values are, first we write it. And first the subject and the marks and their weight. We write it first subject, which is English. The next is Urdu and mathematics. We write it math, history, and last is science. And their marks is 73, 82, 80, 67, and 62. And their weight, which are 4, 3, 3, 2, and 2. And one thing, we additional use, we write it, say x, and it is the frequency. And the next column we prepare is marks into weight. Here marks are x and weight is f. Now calculate these values. 73 multiplied by 4 is, it is fx, mean marks multiplied by weight. Multiply by these two values. 4 3s are 12, 1 carry. 4 7s are 21 and 4 7s are 28 and 1 29. The next is 3 2s are 6, 3 8s are 24. And same, we calculate all the values. It is 240. 67 multiplied by 2 is 134 and 62 multiplied by 2 is 124. Now we take the sum of all the values, and which we write it summation. It is summation x, we write it summation w or f, and it is summation mw. Add these values, we get 364. And when we add these values, we get 40. And the sum of these all values are 1036. Now we first find the mean, which is x bar, and it is summation mw over summation weight or frequency. The values are 1036 over 40. Calculate it, and the answer is 74 marks. And we write it, it is the average marks per subject is 74. And when the weight is equal, so all the values are equal, we write it 1 1 1 1 and 1. The answer is 1 2 3 4 5. The summation w or f is 5, in which when weight is equal, then we write it summation x is equal to summation x over f, or we write it n. Summation x is 364 and n is all values which are equal, and these are 1 2 3 4 5, and the answer is 72.8 marks. And when the weight of all the subject is equal, on a vacation trip a family bought 21.3 liter of petrol at 39.90 rupees per liter, 18.7 liter at 42.90 rupees per liter, and 23.5 liter at 40.90 rupees per liter. Find the mean price paid per liter. It is very simple question. We Derive frequency distribution first for easy to solve it. The first is it is the petrol number of liters petrol, and the second is rate, or we call it price, rate per liter. And next, the price of the petrol. First we write the petrol, which is 21.3 liter. The rate is 39.90. Next is 18.7 liter, and the rate is 42.90. And the third is 23.5 liter, and rate is 40.90 per liter. Now we find the total price of 21.3 liter, 18.7 liter, and 23.5 liter of petrol at the following rates. Here is we write the prices. We first multiply 21.3 by 39.9. The answer is 849.87, and you can also calculate by a calculator. And the other value 18.7 multiplied by 42.90, it is 802.23. And the third is 23.5 multiplied by 40.90, the answer is 961.50. And now we find the total petrol in liters, and we write it summation x, or the total petrol, and other is total price we paid. Add these values, we get 3 plus 7 10, 10 plus 5 is 15, 1 carry, 1 and 1 2, and 8 10, 10 and 3 13, 1 carry, 3 4 5 and 6. So we get the total fuel is 63.5 liter, and the price A against this 63.5, we add these values, and this is 26,613.25, and the mean price of petrol per liter is price divided by total liter, which is 2613.25 over 63.5, and calculate these values. 2613.5 divided by 63.5, we get 41.15 rupees per liter. Calculate simple moving average of 3 years from the following data. The data given is years 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the values against the year is 102, 108, 130, 140, and so on up to 230. And we calculate simple moving average of 3 years from these following data. First we write the frequency distribution and then solve these values. We write these values. First we write the years, which is from 1 to 10. It is, we get years, and next values. And the next column is 3 moving years. and at the last 3 moving average. Now we plot these values, which are 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, and 2010. And the values in these respective years are 102, 108, 130, 140, 158, 180, 196, 210, 220, and the last is 230. And now we find the 3 moving year, and it is 3 moving year total. Find the total value of 3 moving year. Mean, first we find the first 3 values, which is 102, 108, and 130, which is, and we write it the middle of the values. 2 plus 10, 2 plus 8 is 10, 10 plus 0 is 0. 1 carry, and 3 plus 1, it is 4, and the next is 1, 2, 3. Means these 3 moving years total is 340. And the next one we find, first we ignore the first value and add the next value. And on the second, we add 108 plus 130 plus 140 and write in this position, which is, it is 8, 8 plus 0 plus 0, 3 plus 4, 7, 1, 2, 3, it is 3. And in this way, continue, we add all 3 moving years at the end. And the next we get is 428, 478, 534, 586, 626, and 660. And when we'll add last 3 moving year, the values are 210 plus 220 plus 230. The value is 660. And next we have no value, so it is our last value of 3 year moving total. And next, when we find these values, and we know that when we find the average, the way sum of total divided by total. Right here, the sum of 3 years, 1, 2, 3. And then we divided 340 by 3. The answer is 3 ones are 3. Again, 3 ones are 3. 1 carry, 10. 3 threes are 9. Decimal, 10. 3 threes are 9. And 3 threes are 9. If we take the decimal, 2 decimal place now. And in the same way, we write all these values divided by 3. The answer is 126, 142.67, 159.33, 178, 195.33, 208.67, and the last is 220. Determine graphically for the following data and check your answer by using formula. The first, median and quartiles using commutative frequency polygon, mode using histogram, and according this frequency distribution. Now we first plot the values of the data, which are first the class boundaries. We write it. It is class boundaries. The next we find is frequency. And then find the commutative frequency. So first we plot the values and find the values of commutative frequency, which are, it is 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70. And the frequencies are 2, 5, 9, 6, 4, and 5. And then find commutative frequency. It is 2. 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. 7 plus 9 is equal to 16. 16 plus 6 is equal to 22. 22 plus 4 is equal to 26. 26 plus 1 is equal to 27. The total values of the frequency is 27. And now we find the median quartiles by using commutative frequency polygon, mid using, and second part is mode using histogram. And so we first find the values of the median, and using by formula, the median is, the formula is 27 over 2, which is equal to 13.5. So the median is 27 over 2 is equal to 13.5 value, which is observation, and formula is L plus H over F into N over 2 minus C. And put the values in this formula, we get, it is 30 plus H is 10 over F is 9 and N is 27 over 2, which is 13.5 minus C is 7 plus 10 over 9 into 13.5 minus 7 is 6.5. And then simplify these values. 30 plus 10 by 9, we divide 10 by 9, then multiply 6.5. The answer is 7.22. And hence the median of this question is 37.2. Is the answer of the question. And next, the quartiles by using the formula. The quartiles, QUAR, quartiles. The first quartile is whose formula mean Q1 n over 4, which is n is 27 over 4 divided by 27 divided by 4, we get 6.75. And the formula is Q1 is equal to L plus H over F into n over 4 minus C. Put the values, which is 20 plus n over 5 into 6.75 minus C is 2. Now simplify this value. 20 plus it is 2. 6.75 minus 2, we get 4.75. And then simplify further. 20. 2 multiplied by 4.75. 2 5s are 10, 1 carry. 2 7s are 14 and 1 15, 1 carry. 2 4s are 8 and 1 9. And then we add it. It is 29.50. It is the first quartile. And then we find the third quartile, which is 3n over 4. And it is 3 multiplied by 27 over 4 is equal to 81/4. The value is 20.25 value, and the formula of Q3 is L plus H/F into 3n/4 minus C. Now we put the values and find the value of Q3, which is 40 plus 10/6 is 81/4 minus C is 16. Simplify it. 40 plus 10/6 into, it is 20 plus 25 minus 16, and answer is 40. 10/6 into, subtract 20 minus 14 is 4.25. Simplify these values, we get 40 plus 7.80, and then it is 47.80 is the Q3 of the code, whose formula is L plus Fm minus F1 over 2Fm minus F1 minus F2 multiplied by H. Now we put the value of length L, Fm, F1, F2 and H to find the value of mode. It is 30 plus 9 minus 5 over 2 into 9 minus 5 minus 6 into H is 10. Simplify these values. 30 plus 9 minus 5 is 4 over 2 multiplied by 9 is 18 minus 5 minus 6 is minus 11 multiplied by 2. The value of 30 plus 4 over 18 minus 11 is 7 multiplied by 10. And calculate it. 30 plus 5.7. The answer is 35.71 is the mode of, and the mode of the wave. We first find the histogram, which is the class boundaries, and here we plot the frequency of the values. Here the class boundaries are, we take from 0 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and 70. These we get the class boundaries from 0. It is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and 70. And this is the frequency, value of frequency, in which we take it is 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10, and we make a histogram, which is a histogram. histogram. And it is mode by using histogram. And the other, we find the commutative frequency polygon, which is seen used by the method zero. And this is commutative frequency. Sorry, it is 5, 10, 15, 20 and 25. We find the commutative frequency and we take the scale greater than the histogram. So here it is the commutative frequency polygon.